All right, besties. So today we are going to be talking about the difference between business credits and business funding. My name is Fanasia, and I help people, entrepreneurs, new or current. I help you leverage your money. I help you stop using your own money out of pocket, and I help you come up with a solution, because a lot of us, including me when I first started, I was using my own money. And let me tell you guys, it is a headache. But after you learn these gems, I promise you, you are going to be ready to go and you're going to get funded if you follow the steps that I tell you to do. So if you are new here, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're going to get right into it. We're going to be talking about business credit, okay? So a lot of people ask me, Fanasia, tell me what you know about business credit. What can you do to help me with business credit? And how can I get started? Those are typically the questions that I get asked, whether you're a new entrepreneur or a current entrepreneur. Like, I remember when I first learned about business credit, y'all, I thought it was a scam, because I'm like, I never heard of this. Like, this is a real thing. And I was an adult. I actually was in business before I even knew about business credit. So to learn about it and to know about it, I'm now teaching people, and I'm also helping people get funded themselves. And we are currently on our road to 1,000. So hopefully you guys become one of them. So yeah, I look forward to working with y'all, okay? Grab your pen and piece of paper and let's get right into it. Business credit is when a company make a decision based off your EIN only, okay? If you don't know what an EIN number is, basically like a social security number, but instead of it being for a person, it's for a business, okay? So you actually get that on irs.gov. I do have a video below that teaches you how to get your EIN number. So if you want to see that, you can click the link below and I'll teach you how to get that as well. When you think about business credit, you want to think of it like it has nothing to do with you as a person. All the decisions are based on what you have in your business profile. So your business profile, you can compare it to being a human. It operates like a human, it runs like a human, and they make decisions based on what you have like a human, okay? So when you hear business credit, right, think of business credit as they're making a decision off of my business social security number. That's how I want you to think of it. So in order for you to establish that, you guys, you want to make sure you have your foundation squared away. And if you don't know how to build a solid foundation, I have a video that I'll drop below for that one as well, if you don't already have the tools to do that or the information, okay? When I say the foundation, you need to make sure your name is not high risk. You want to make sure you have your EIN number, your landing page, your phone number, your email address, your online presence, and a business bank account, okay? So that separates you totally 100% from the business, okay? So you want to make sure you have that foundation squared away. Next, what you're going to do, you guys, is you're going to register the business, and you have to get a DUNS number, okay? So you have to get that DUNS number. You're going to get that by going to DunandBradstreet.com, okay? Now, in order for you to get the DUNS number, it's free of charge. The only thing that you have to do is make sure you have 2 forms that you can prove to them that your business is up and running, okay? So I always have my clients upload their articles and their EIN number. That's all you need, all right? So now that you got that and you requested to get that DUNS number, they're going to give it to you. That DUNS number is going to operate as your business credit profile information, okay? So you know how like my FICO, they got, 350 to 850, but it's only one number. That's what your DUNS number is to you. So it ranges between 1 and 100, but the number that you want to get to is 80. That means that you are lendable and you are fundable, meaning that they will give you some type of funding if you have that 80. All right. So I know I just heard somebody say, okay, can you teach me how to get to 80? I mean, hold your horses. I'm getting there now. Okay. Have some patience. No, I'm just kidding. But once you get your DUNS number, you're then going to build your credit profile to tier 3 net 30s, okay? Now, a net 30 is basically a company that gives you 30 days to pay your items, goods, or services back, all right? So this is what you're going to do, all right? Tier 1 of the net 30s, you're going to put 4 net 30s on there, okay? You also want to make sure you have 2 to 3 recurrent business accounts, meaning you can do Credit Strong, you can do NAV business account, you can do Dun & Bradstreet account, you can do self-lender account. For the recurring ones, you wanted to have it to where you have to pay something monthly. But with the net 30s, you only pay it one time and then they report that payment status, okay? So once they report that payment status, this is how you're gonna pay it, because they're gonna give you 30 days. So you're gonna take that 30-day payment, but you're gonna pay it in 7 to 10 business days, okay? So you're not gonna wait out the full 30 days. Make sure you have something to where you can track this information. So when you're ordering these things, it will be very good for you. Just to name a few, you can do Quill, Granger, Udaline, you can do Crown Supplies, and I'm gonna list a few other on the screen, but we do have a fire ebook. You can get this information in the ebook and it takes you all the way to tier 3. But I'm gonna list a few right here so that you can actually use them, see them, and you can test out the information that I'm giving you now. And if it works, I challenge you to buy the ebook so you can get the rest of the gems, okay? So after that, you're then going to be able to get an 80 Paydex score. Now, just because you have and it'll probably update in your profile about 30 to 45 days after you make all the payments, okay? So once you get that 80, most people think that, oh, I can go get $20,000 from Chase right now. No. If you want that type of funding, you need to ask them, are you guys using business credit, or do I need to establish my account for business funding, okay? Now, speaking of business funding, we're gonna transition. Business funding is when they are making a decision based on your credit profile, meaning you are technically new. We're gonna say that you're a new business or you're a current business, and you're asking for about 25,000. Well, even if you show them that you have a 25,000, you want to obtain 25,000. If you don't have a good personal credit score, you can't just take your 80 Paydex score in there, because if your business is already established, they're going to ask you for financial forms. So look at it like this. If you use the business credit, you need to have your financial forms. Okay, that means you need to have your tax documents. You want to make sure that, it's profitable. And then more than likely, they'll make a decision based on your business credit profile, your business credit documents, okay? Again, that's the business credit side. Now we're focusing on the business funding. So if you would like to get business funding, they're going to make a decision off of your personal credit score. So for an example, if I have a new business and I go into the bank, I'm going to tell them, hey, I need 25,000 so that I can use this for marketing, okay? That more than likely they're going to ask you for your projections. You're going to say 1.2 million, or you're going to say $500,000. You can do 250. It's totally up to you, but you can say 250 if you're only getting 25,000. So depending on how much you're going to get, you want to make sure you put that your estimate is 3 times the amount, okay? So make sure you understand what I'm saying. Depending on how much you're trying to get, you need to put your estimate 3 times the amount, okay? So now that you actually have done that, they're going to look at your credit report and they're going to make a decision off of that. This is what your credit report has to look like. This is the picture here. Okay. So you got to have 100% payment history. Your credit usage has to be between 5 and 8%, because if they're going to give you funding, they don't want to see that all of your lines are maxed out. Okay. You want to make sure that the age on your credit report is 7 years or more. Okay. You want to make sure that your inquiries, you don't want a lot of inquiries. Okay. So you want to make sure it's under 5. I mean, that's kind of steep depending on who you're trying to get funding for. All right. And then the next thing is the mix accounts. You want to at least have 10 to 15 credit lines on there, because when it comes to business funding and you're actually using projections, they want to see that your profile is credible. Does that make sense? All right. So they want to make sure that your profile is credible. That's why I tell people it's not just about the credit score, it's about the credit profile. So again, this video will teaching you the difference between business credit and business funding. So depending on what you're trying to get, if you're trying to get a car, you can go the business credit way, because you just need all 3 tiers of the net 30s, and you can go get you a car with Ally Financial Services, right? But if you're trying to get 100K, I would tell you to go to business funding side, okay? Not the business credit, because they're going to ask you for all of these tax documents. They're just going to be asking you for all of this paperwork. It takes longer, and the underwriter has to basically approve you. Versus if you do the business funding way, you can go to a bank like Truist, PNC, and you can look for products that has 0 APR. You can apply for 2 or 3 of those cards, and before you know it, you are already at 50 to 100K in business funding. So if you are looking for someone to help you with this, me and my team, we are looking, we are searching, and we want to help you get your first 25 to 100K in funding so that you can leverage, you can expand, you can use it for marketing, you can use this for fix and flip. Whatever project that you're working on that you're funding out of pocket, we can help you get funded. We do prefer that your credit score is 700 plus, no late payments, no derogatories, and if you meet the criteria, you can set up a consultation with us, and if you don't, we can still help you by fixing your credit, and hopefully this information helped. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, besties!